All right, well, so you gotta check this one out. This one's called Cape in Town by Dex 1200. You heard this, right?
I've heard it before.
This is the outro song.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is the beginning of it, though. Let's let that beat drop. Hey, man. LG XBOOM Grab, baby. You hearing that bass?
That's solid.
Hold on, let me see. That's about 50% right here. Turn it up all the way. Hey, man. I gotta tell you about this speaker. But first, let me welcome y'all back to New Stuff TV 2, the Untechnical Tech channel. I'm your host, Antoine. I'm about to grab my speaker and my wife and my dog and go to the beach for my birthday, because that's exactly what I did this past weekend, man. It was my birthday. Me and my wife, we decided not to do nothing too crazy, so we just hauled ass onto the beach. And when we pack up and go to the beach, we usually pack up the stuff, right? The coolers, the dog stuff, and we ride out. But we usually ride out with a bigger speaker than the Grab. You know what I'm saying? This is like a bottle type personal speaker. We usually ride out with something like the size of, let's say, the new Sony Oakfield 5, or even Oakfield 3, the JBL Charge size, or the Extreme size, something a little bigger with a little more girth, you know what I'm saying? But this time I decided to take a risk on a smaller speaker. And when I say risk, I mean that because when you're at the beach, you're battling a lot of sound, like other people who are playing their music too doggone loud, or the wind or the ocean. And in this case, we actually had a private beach. School's still in, so nobody was there. That was nice, but the waves and the wind were extremely violent. So I was like, man, this speaker better come through. So when we set up our little kingdom, when I say kingdom, this is what I mean. So me and Bonnie, we set up like this. So her chair is to the left, mine's to the right. We set up the umbrellas, you know, like a throne, you know what I'm saying? Then the dog is right there, Raylan, he's just sitting in the front. And then we put the speaker right between us right here, right? And we'll actually face it towards us. And I wasn't expecting a lot because it's a small speaker, but this thing packs well above its weight class, especially in the bass department. With that wind and the waves crashing up against us so close, I was like, damn, this thing is hitting. Even my wife, she was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that from that little speaker. Because we heard it in the house, of course, and it sounds great even sitting right here. But when you take it out into the elements, you don't expect a lot because it's so small. We were very impressed over the 2 days we were sitting out there at the beach. This speaker is actually really, really nice. Performs really well against all the elements, lots of bass, lots of clarity. Listen, you hear all that? That beat though, and the clarity. LG, you did a good job with this thing. Collaboration with will.i.am. He actually helped design all of these new XBOOM speakers, and they have a will.i.am-ish design. Look at these elastic straps. All right, so what you can do is just like that, and then you can we hung it on the umbrella when we were there, just like that. Then when you're done, you just circle it back, and it's ready to go. I think I hit a button. Yeah, so it's just ready to go like that. Wilson, you said before that this thing kind of looks like a pipe bomb.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool looking, and you got them on both sides, so that's really versatile. But on the top here, you got a power button, a plus and minus, a multi-functioning play and pause, which will help you skip the tracks forward. If you double tap to skip the tracks forward, and triple tap to skip the tracks backwards or restart. Got your Bluetooth button, as well as your sharing button. We saw that in the last video. Remember when
Man, that was so good.
That was sick, man. That video was so much fun. And then you got this sharing button. Not a sharing button, it's a favorites button. Let's go into the app real quick. Wilson, I'm getting hot. We might have to.
Yeah, it's getting hot out here.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this thing up real soon, but I wanna show you guys this app real quick. All right, let me record my screen for you, then I'll go into the LG app so you can actually see what's going on in here. So we got lights, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with the Wave right now. Then you can actually just kind of customize your lighting. And then let's get into this button right here, this heart button. You got LG radio. Let me program it for that. We'll do Afro sounds because I do like me some Afro beats. Let's put it in there. There we go, boom. So that's actually programmed into my setup. So if I hit that button, it's just gonna automatically go to that station. Hopefully, let's see. I just tapped it. That's cool. Oh, let me turn that off before I get a copyright claim. Let me play this one right here. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty sick. It's just a favorites button. So you can program like the settings, like a certain light, a light setting that you have, as well as the music station that you want. That's super cool. Let me see here. I think that's it for as far as like the favorites button. And that's almost it. Well, let me go into the content, man. You got all kinds of stuff to choose from as far as your favorite content. You can just browse through that if you want to. But let's go back into the device. You can see there that I am at about, what is that, 64? Yeah, 64%. And speaking of battery, you got about 19 hours worth of playtime out of this thing. I didn't have to charge it again at all. I charged it at full when we were at the beach. And over 2 days span of sitting out at the beach, like damn near all day, I never had to recharge it. So that's a true testament. But like I said, we're not the people that turn it up full blast and want everybody to hear our music. We just keep it to a place where we can hear it. And then sometimes we just kind of turn it off because we do want to absorb, you know, the environment, the waves, the ocean. It's the beach, baby. You got to relax. But you do have this EQ right here. We keep it on standard. Bass boost can be that's a little extra thumpy sometimes. Let me see here.
Hey, but at least it can.
It can. Dude, are you getting all this?
I can hear it.
That thump, that was the end of the song. Let me see here. What's next? I don't like this song. This one's cool. You know what we need to play? Wilson, I'm gonna do you a solid, man. I'm gonna play some real, oh, I like this one right here. This is a smooth beat. That's smooth. Hold up. Now let's go back to the app. Go back to those EQs. And we got the bass boost, we got the voice enhanced AI sound, meaning that this thing will actually kind of, I don't know, feel out the environment and adjust the sound accordingly, like project it more or pull back or add more bass or whatever. That's kind of cool, AI sound. And then of course you got custom. Okay, let me take that, go to the arrow. Dude, this little speaker has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 5? I think, no, 6. 6-band EQ, Wilson.
That's overkill.
That's a lot for this little joint right here. But then the big one,
the stage,
it only had a 3. That's interesting. That's interesting. I don't really do all that EQing. I put it in standard, and then I just, you know what, man? We never did test the IP rating on this thing. I think they said it was like IP6, 7. So like if you're at the pool or something, and you just kind of like, oops, you know, you drop it, it is gonna float. And it's still thumping, bro. I feel the vibrations in the water. You see that? Yeah, man, that thing is still thumping. You just pull it out and it cleans itself out. It just pushes all the water out. Hey man, the LG XBOOM Grab, it was a great speaker at the beach. I'm really glad we got to experience it in real life instead of just, you know, what we normally do, like what we're doing right here, just talking about speakers. We experienced it in real life. Fantastic experience. I didn't feel like I was missing anything or I needed a bigger speaker. And then to boot, when you're packing big speakers with you, especially going to the beach, you need to save space. You already got the cooler, you already got the other stuff, right? The umbrellas and the chairs. Just having a small speaker like this that you can just literally just grab like this and then walk off with it. And then when it's time to stow it away, you just shove it in there and it doesn't hardly take up any space. Dude, that is super clutch. I'm not an expert in this kind of stuff, but what I do know is I'm a beach bum and I can't wait to go back. Dude, I might need to buy me a beach house and just go live there permanently. Yeah. Grow me some dreads. You think I look good in dreads?
I don't know, I haven't seen you with that kind of hair.
I can't grow hair on the top. I got the cul-de-sac, the horseshoe. But what if I just grew dreads out the bottom? Like on the sides? You think that'll look good?
I don't know.
I don't feel like you're really telling me the truth, man.
No.
You need to be honest with me, man. Don't be having me out here all crazy, man. Let me know what y'all would think if I grew some side dreads, sides and back. You know what I'm saying? I would look like the Predator. Y'all keep being good to each other and I'll see you when I see you.